lessons or values were really important in the Edwards family home that you've passed on to your children?
Education.
I think, well, I know Cindy and I, as you will have that serious discussion, and I don't have many of them, but when we were getting married, we talked about some of our goals. Of course, church was one, and then education. I wanted to pay forward, and I wanted to see to it that all my kids had a university degree. I felt my parents sent me to college. I didn't have to they didn't have to work to go. That wasn't the case with Cindy. But it was a good thing because I'm not as smart as Cindy. There's no way I'd get a scholarship. But I
You
think
had too much fun.
a little east-west running, yeah. I got out. But I think we instilled in them to go, to not procrastinate, get as much education as you can while you're young, before life catches up on us.
Right.
Well, as an educator, we both see that happen so often. Senior in high school, you say, what's your plans? Well, I'm going to the university, but I'm going to take this summer off. I've got this good job.
No.
They make just enough money to make a down payment on a car. They spend the next 6 years paying on that car. And that 6 years, they've got a worn out car. What if they'd taken that same money and managed to go to college? They'd have something that can never be taken away from you, that university degree.
Right.
And so it's definitely instilled in our kids and our grandkids. And
Well, and two, I mean, we made sure we paid Texas Tomorrow when it began. We paid 4 years for college degrees for each of our 4 kids. But also, I mean, when they married, we were very insistent that their spouses must have a college degree as well. And so each of and in fact, our youngest daughter told her future husband, said, well, you're going to have to finish your degree because my parents won't let you marry me until you have a degree. And the same with our oldest daughter and her, when she was wanting to get married, and her fiance was a semester shy of graduating. And I was not very kind in what I said to him, but it made him finish. And he finished his degree, and they married the next weekend. But our daughter had not finished her degree at that time, and we made it abundantly clear that she would finish her degree, and he was to make certain of that. And she did. And each of our kids finished their degrees. And then we had our son's spouse who didn't have a degree, and actually no one in her family had ever had a college education, but we ended up paying for her college degree. And so they all have their college degrees. And I mean, education is fundamental for us, and what we believe will help them have better lives and better chances of doing well.
we lived in a double-wide trailer house. And there was a year there I drove a car back and forth to Morgan Mill that wouldn't shift into high gear. I'd go over there at 40 miles an hour, and it's okay.
But we made sure we were paying into the college funds and
college
making
paid for.
sure the kids, it was paid for. And we have, of course, one of our daughters went ahead and got a master's degree, and Mandy went ahead and got her doctorate. So very proud of our kids, and we hope we've instilled within them the value of education, and that they pay it forward for their kids.
And, I might add, I said earlier, Cindy always wanted to be a teacher. I was a teacher.
I always wanted to be a teacher.
I was a teacher's brat. I had a very similar experience growing up. My dad was a small school superintendent. My brother was a small school superintendent. My first cousin is a small school superintendent. And I had a superintendent that made cornbread for me every once in a while. And, my frame of reference is on just so much. is a school. And so it was just natural that we just instill that into our children.